so glad this worked. I got a notification that the stream was interrupted and I was all scared that maybe I had lost you, but I'm so glad you're here. My name is Michele Lau, for those of you that are new. Welcome to the Diamond Boutique. This is where we get together every week on Wednesday morning at 10:30. If you want to participate live, which I can see you're all here and I love it. It's a really casual format. I'm not an affiliate for QVC. I'm hired by them as a diamond expert and gemstone expert. And so I share just information about gemstones and diamonds for your convenience. Mama Pat, my mama-rater, she is back in Pennsylvania. She's the one that's interacting with you right now in the chat. So say hello to Mama Pat and maybe throw her a few hearts. But she is your direct pipeline really to the QVC buying team. So anything that you would like to see, any requests that you might have, information you might need, if you put it in the chat, I'll get it. And if you are not comfortable putting it in the chat, I can give you my email address as well, my personal one, so that you can privately message me. Like if you need styling tips, maybe you're gonna be the mom of the bride, or maybe you're looking for something special to wear to a dance or an event this holiday season, I'm happy to help. So my email address is hello@youaresolidgold.com. So it's all one word, hello@youaresolidgold.com. So with no further ado, let's get going because I got a lot of good things. We got to get crack-a-lackin'. This weekend is going to be fun. I'm on a lot this weekend. I can't wait. Starting on Friday, most of the day, on and off, starting at 1 a.m. and then going from 7 a.m. until almost midnight. You're going to see some incredible diamond jewelry. And all of the jewelry, in fact, everything in the inventory right now at Q, you have extended holiday returns. So if you wanted to try maybe this beautiful sapphire ring and see how it looks with something you're going to be wearing for Thanksgiving, you certainly can. But this is a little deviation from what we normally do, and I'm so excited to announce that we're bringing more and more colored gemstones into our Firelight program, which is our lab-grown program. So this is just the beginning, and the prices are so good. We'll dig in. All right, so again, if you like what you see and you enjoy the show, would you please subscribe? We're not paid for this, but it does give us like a little motivation to keep it going. We've been doing this now for the last number of years, and we don't want to stop. It's really fun to get to know you a little bit better. So yes, this is a lab-grown sapphire, and it's a big one. The total weight on this ring is 5.15, so it's not a small piece. If you want something small and dainty, I can help you out with that too. But if you want something that's more bold, something that's really going to be noticed, I think that this would be an excellent choice. The sapphire in the middle by itself is about 4.8. So more than 4 3/4 carats, so it's a very large piece of jewelry. And then the stones on the side, those are lab-grown diamonds, which are VS plus clarity. So the very best you can get when you're a diamond is a flawless diamond. VS plus is about here on the scale. Most diamonds from the earth are down here. So the reason I mention that is when you have a higher degree of clarity like this, you see more shine, you see more sparkle. It's a more pure piece of jewelry. And these are not simulants. This is all diamond and all sapphire. I was just reading yesterday, is a gentleman that's known for lab-grown sapphires and look, lab-grown rubies, it's your choice. And he was talking about how we as a community, as gemologists, how we convey that this is not a machine-made stone. You know, CZ is a very mundane thing. It can be manufactured very quickly, but it's beautiful, right? So people buy it and it's very inexpensive. But what if you open your mind for a minute, what if you could actually get a really high degree of clarity and beautiful saturation of color in the true diamond? So that was the whole concept behind this. And actually, this gentleman that I was reading what he had to say yesterday was talking about diamonds, but he is also, the man when it comes to colored gems. So he knows what he's talking about. It's not a mass manufactured product. This is chemistry. And basically what's happened is globally, we figured out the chemistry and how to create these. So what we do is we create the environment that Mother Nature creates, but we create it above the ground. And so it's much like hydroponic farming in a way, in that let's say you're growing a tomato and you're growing it like Disney does in their growing fields down below. Did you know that? Down below their amusement park, they grow tomatoes and lettuce and things like that for the park. But they're no less tomatoes. In fact, they're better tomatoes. They're more pristine, perfect tomatoes, because everything there is the happiest on earth, than actually tomatoes that you might find in your backyard. But they're still tomatoes, right? So the reason I got tomatoes in my mind is I'm looking at a ruby here. Now, rubies are really expensive. In fact, they're the most price per carat, even more than diamonds usually. So we're talking about a real opportunity here if you want a Christmas ring, if you want a gift for the family. Now, I know you're saying, what do you think? I'm a Rockefeller? I got really good news. The price on this is $155. That to me is outrageously inexpensive. And it's never been on the air. It's what Mama Pat and I call web discoveries, where we kind of go treasure hunting for you within the inventory. And look, I mean, they didn't slim anything down. It's got the right amount of weight around it. If you love it, would you throw me some hearts or some thumbs up? I can see that from here. I'm missing Mama Pat right now. Usually she can give me the feedback immediately, but I'm really going to need to see it from you today to know that I'm on the right track with you. It's just gorgeous. Now, we're sold down to size 6 through 9. So if you can wear a 6 through 9 or find a different finger, I mean, it's the cost of CZ, honestly. It's the cost of crystal glass, but it's a real ruby and a real sapphire, and those are real diamonds. Every gemstone in this piece, there you see it on her hand for perspective. Every gemstone in this piece has been sent to the Gemological Institute of America so that I can say that that is ruby, that is diamond. The stones are sent ahead of setting in the jewelry. And it's a really involved process. We do this with all of our diamonds too. Everything has to be sealed and certified and sent off to the GIA, and then they have to have somebody, actually a couple of people standing around when they open the bag so that nothing happens that shouldn't happen. They inspect all of them. They put them back in the bags. They certify them again, seal them again, and ship them back to the vendors for manufacturing. So it's very expensive on QVC side of it, and mostly for the vendor side, to be honest with you. But we make them say that they will do this in order to do business with us, and we're really strict about it. So what that means to you is, you're going to get what I say you're going to get. So, and I love that. I love that you're going to get a great product. And our standards are always minimum standards. Our weight are always minimum. I know I'm lingering here, but I really love this. It is J4501. I think it's 71. Mom will have it right in the chat, I'm sure. And it is a Black Friday sale price. So these are the extra special ones, right? You can check them all out at the .com. Love, love, love. All right, I got to move on. As much as I love that. Beautiful ruby. Corundum. Love it. Nice and durable, right? A perfect 9 on the Mohs rating scale. But did you know that Mohs rating scale that everybody talks about is not like an even staircase to heaven? It's not like all the steps are even. Let me talk about the Mohs rating scale, because again, this is an educational kind of party. The Mohs rating scale was developed back in the 1800s by a gentleman by the name of Dr. Moh, M-O-H. And you can read about him if you want to Google him. He was kind of an interesting cat. But he came up with this scale for testing the scratch resistancy of gemstones. And he graded them so that we, as consumers, would have a really good idea as to how durable, how tough a stone might be, how scratch resistant it might be. So the very lowest is talc, that's at the bottom of the scale. And the steps go pretty evenly up until you get to about the difference between, like a tanzanite and a topaz at a 6.5 or a 7. And when you get up to a 9. The 9 is a bigger jump, and 9 is corundum, and that's what the rubies and sapphires are. But the big step goes from 9 to 10. There's a huge difference between the scratch resistancy of a sapphire and a ruby and a diamond. The diamond is at that perfect 10 level, okay? So women that are like me, that are really hard on their jewelry, now I love all gemstones, right? Colored gems, I love them all. But diamonds will always hold a really special place in my heart. And I have a suspicion that you may feel the same way, and that's why you're here. So this is a ring that is very similar to a ring that I own. Again, another web discovery piece, because I love to see variety, right? And there's thousands of items on the web that never see the airtime. So when you're, watching football with the hubs, you might want to just be scrolling around, checking out, what you might want for Christmas, because there's so much to offer there at QVC that I never get a chance to talk about except for in this kind of a format. But what is so cool about this is it really rides not only the vintage look, but a new trend, which is really not all that new. It's a two-toned effect. This two-toned look is huge. And so what I love about this is you've got the yellow gold that are the prongs that are surrounding, that are, dripping down the shoulders of this like butter, like pancakes and butter. But you use white rhodium behind the diamonds, which gives them a whiter, brighter appearance. It gives them a boost. And when you're already working with VS plus clarity, it's next level stuff. I mean, if you really want to see the colors, some people don't care if they see a lot of rainbow, a lot of flash and sparkle. I think ultimately that's what we would all wish and dream for, but we make sacrifices because of budget. So here's the good news. This 14 karat gold halo two-toned ring, which is a perfect carat. It's not over the top. It's really tasteful, really nice. Perfect engagement ring, guys, if you're watching. $2,100. I know that's way under what you were expecting to spend for her ring, right? Or ladies, maybe, you're looking around for the right ring for you and you had a budget in mind that was far more. I want you to know that you're going to get more than twice as much carat weight for your dollar when you're shopping in lab grown. So I want to address that because, again, I love all gemstones and I sell both lab-grown diamonds and diamonds from the earth. How do you know which one to buy? If you want a bigger, bolder, brighter product and you want to pay less, and the number one reason people love lab-grown diamonds is they pay less, then I'm going to steer you here. But I buy affinity as well. In fact, I thought I had it on today. Hope I didn't lose it. I need that Allstate policy. Anyway. What was I going to say about that? Without my ring, I can't even speak. What was it? So the ring I wear on my right hand a lot is affinity. The one I wear on my left hand is lab grown. I wear them almost every day, both of those. I have none of it on today. I don't know what I'm thinking. But anyway, the reason I buy affinity is because it's marking maybe a special moment in my life, like the affinity ring that my husband bought for me, I guess a number of years ago. We got that as an anniversary piece, and it's special to me. I know a lot of you talk about maybe buying diamonds for the birth of a baby, and you're looking for diamonds from the earth for that reason. Again, that connection with Mother Nature is important. That miracle of a diamond forming hundreds of miles beneath the earth's crust under intense heat and pressure is a romantic thing. And so if those are your hot buttons for why you're buying jewelry, then go affinity. And there are different times in my life, different seasons of my life where I want different things. I just love the purity of this. I love the fact that it's 100% diamond, that we've been able to imitate what happens hundreds of miles beneath the Earth's crust, but to be able to do it in a way where we can look over them and they have a better chance of being perfect. But contrary to common belief, not every diamond, when it grows in a laboratory, comes out like a bouncing baby boy, right? This is something that is truly exciting, especially when you get into the bigger sizes in lab grown. Here's the bridge on this. I like that you have a lot of air from the side because it allows not only the culet, but the pavilion, which is those kind of facets that go like this up the side of a diamond. It allows that to really dance in the light. It could be sized too. If we don't have your size, or if you're not certain of her size, I believe it could be sized up or down up to 2 sizes. That's my professional opinion. So let's see, when I checked this morning, we had it in size 6, 7, and 8. So if you needed it in a 10, you might want to grab the 8. And if you're a half size or a quarter size, you could size this. Yeah, there's no issue there. So it's really beautiful. Cut's so important. That center round cut, the reason we love those round, brilliant, ideal cuts in our engagement pieces is because they give us the maximum amount of amplification. You see, it's referred to as brilliance, the white light that returns to your eye. You get the most of that in this round shape, brilliant, ideal cut. And so it's been the #1 cut forever. And princess cuts are coming on a little bit strong right now too, but they're really style specific. They're very modern with the squared off edges, and the corners can be kind of sharp. So I still love the classic. That's just me. This ring really spoke to me, and I hope it does to you too. If it does, again, show me some love. If you like what you're seeing, please do subscribe. I'm going to be moving on here now, but it's a great ring. Love, love. Here you can see it on your hands for scale. Oh, I see you love it too. Thank you. Oh, come on. All right. No, this is not a usual deal, right? This ring is not going to be for everybody, but man alive, I mean, it's almost an inch from the top to the bottom. So grab your ruler, give it a measure, and I think you're gonna love it. It's 7 carats. This is a 7 carat ring. Beautiful. You've got the center stone, which makes up the majority of the weight. You've got a halo around it, and then a double strand down each of the shoulders. It's just so strong looking. Even the prongs become a part of the design. If you love it, again, I want to see some thumbs up or some hearts. I'll bring you some more big jumbos in the future, but this again was a web discovery. And the first time I showed it, we had good sizing, but today we're down to size 9 and 10. But this is another one that could be sized and is big enough that you could definitely and would love to see it on an index finger or on a middle finger. So it just depends on what size you need, but and if you're willing to do that. Once you size it, you can't return it, but and remember, you've got extended holiday returns on this. Plus you've got 3 easy pay if you do have an interest of $17.30. Let me explain what that means. A lot of you are not QVC customers yet. If you do apply for a QVC credit card, I think it was a $20 incentive this morning when I checked, which you can use right away, but that's another story. What Easy Pay is, you pick the credit card, you take the control. I like Easy Pay a lot because I don't need to, get a new credit card or anything like that. I can just pick my credit card. The first payment will be, in this case, $1,730 plus shipping, handling, and tax. That has to come, that has to be billed, right? So they do that, and then they send you the ring right away. So that means you're going to be wearing it in a very short time, usually 3 to 5 business days. So what if you get it home and you're like, oh no, I don't like it. It's not me. It's too big, whatever. Although diamonds, they say diamonds shrink. I'll explain that in a moment. But if you don't like it, you can send it back. And the only thing you're risking is the shipping and handling. So you're living like a rock star, honestly. This is how a lot of my celebrity clients operate. They love QVC. Many of them have followed me from network to network, and I cater to them, and I would love to cater to you. Again, reach out to me anytime at hello@youaresolidgold.com. I was just thinking of Lauren Hutton this morning. Lauren Hutton, who has not bought diamonds from me, but has become a friend over the years. I haven't seen her now in a very long time, but I was using something that she gave me this morning, and I thought I got to talk about the celebrities I've met along the way that I've assisted, with diamonds here and there. But she gave me a lovely Irish linen set of cloths that I used to remove my makeup. And so I was thinking about her this morning, and it made me want to remind you that, you're living that life you've always dreamed of living. I mean, I know that I never in my wildest dreams would have thought I could do this. I could do a 7-carat solitaire. If you want that big New York look, Dennis Basso and I were talking about that. He says all the ladies in New York City are walking down the street wearing big lab-grown diamonds. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. We can do this, and it's fun, and it's carefree, and it's just so exciting. The technology. I get really excited over technology. I think I get that from my mama. There she is, 85. She doesn't mind me saying that. She's 85 and going strong on the iPad and doing all these things that are, way out of the bounds of a lot of people, not only her age, but just a lot of people in general. And so I really salute that in her. She's very good with technology. But this is something that if you want to treat yourself, it's a really good opportunity to do so with the 3 easy pay and a price of under $5,200. Think about that. 7 carats under $5,200, and it's set in solid gold, white gold. So white gold prices, of course, or gold prices in general, are way high, and I don't see them slowing down. Somebody, again, in the industry that I respect is predicting $4,800 an ounce by the end of next year, and I think they could be right. And so we're at about 33, I guess, now. And so with QVC, they work about 6 months out, usually, sometimes more, sometimes a little less on a piece of jewelry. So you're getting an older gold price, which is better, on something that is, very special. So I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, I don't want to linger here too long, but I just think she's pretty. Did I show you the rest of it? Yeah, there it is on her hand. Oh no, that's the other ring, sorry. I gotta use this hand. I know I showed you that one. Look at the shoulder. Sits up so nice and high too. Gosh. I like that side shot. Look at the detail here. It's this kind of thing that makes it just incredible. It's like a beautiful pedestal for that diamond. I'm gonna move on, but so nice. All right, that was fun. I hope you're enjoying it. If you're enjoying it as much as I am, again, throw us some love. We love it. Mama Pat's back in Philadelphia. Say hello to her in the chat. But I want to talk to those that are celebrating love today. I showed you a potential engagement ring, but let's say that what you're really looking for is a wedding band or an infinity band, as they're sometimes termed, to wear on the other side of the ring. This is a good choice. It is a 1 carat band. It is just back in stock. I know you're saying, wait a minute, I've seen that before. I thought it was gone. Well, let me go ahead and adjust that down for you. It's back in stock and it's in good sizing. This 5-stone band ring is only $1,240. It's on 3 easy pay of $413, and it comes in size 4 through 11. So ring guards, girls, if you've got a solitaire that you love in a gemstone and you wanted a couple of bands to flank it to give it kind of new life. Looking at my jewelry box, most of my pieces are older. I've had them for a long time. I collect over time. I'm a curator, right? I like to just get things that are really special to me or are meaningful to me, and I hang on to them. I like fewer things and finer things, and you may be that way too. And that actually, I was brought up that way. It was Mama Pat that kind of taught me that. We grew up very modestly, but I remember her telling me when I was a young girl, we were talking about clothing actually. She said, buy better made products, but buy fewer of them. Well, I guess I didn't take that advice to heart too much, Mom, in the clothing department, right? Because I tend to be a little bit of a clothes horse, I gotta admit that. But in jewelry, I've definitely done that. I just pick the things that really speak to me, that are really meaningful to me, and a band ring means forever love. 5 stones may be meaningful to you if you've got 5 grandkids or 5 children yourself, or maybe you're celebrating 5 years of marriage. All good reasons. 10 years would be 2 rings. You realize that, right? So yes, you could take maybe a simple peridot that you own, and you could flank it with 2 diamond bands, and it would make it look even more special. So there's so many reasons to buy these, and they're nice and simple, but not the least of which is the quality of lab-grown diamonds. Lab-grown diamonds have changed a lot. In fact, there are so many fine products out there that the GIA has been overwhelmed with grading. Did you know that you can send your lab-grown diamond off for grading? You can. And you can have it appraised, you can have them insured. But because of that, because the product has gotten so good, they are changing their grading scale. I'm still talking to the fact that ours are VS+, which is a very high standard. And that we're HI near colorless. So I'm still verbalizing that, but I'll just eventually just be talking about our Firelight standard, the GIA standard. And then there's going to be a very small subset of diamonds out there in the marketplace that are flawless, colorless, okay? I personally think that if you are buying flawless, colorless diamonds, you're doing it not only because you appreciate the top tier, the very top of the tier, but I think there's a little vanity involved there. I think I have one that's colorless, and I love being able to say, oh, look at my colorless diamond. It just makes me happy when I look at my colorless diamond, right? So there are times maybe that you want that, but most of us, if you are living in the real world with near colorless, you're not going to be able to tell the difference with the naked eye. You need very sophisticated equipment, and with BS Plus, that means very slightly included to flawless. So it makes no sense to me to buy that premium top tier at that high price when you can potentially be there, and for sure be there at VS Plus with our standard. So that's what's going on in the world of lab-grown diamonds and grading right now. I'm impressed with the amount of gold that's in this setting. Do you see this is all solid on the side? And so this is a ring that I would put next to another. Diamonds are that perfect 10 on the Mohs rating scale, so usually you want to store them separately from your softer gemstones, right? Your other color gemstones. But another way to combat that, if you are looking for a band to stack and layer, is by using a nice solid construction in gold. It's more expensive to manufacture, honestly. But by using the gold on the side, you can very comfortably put it next to a turquoise or put it next to a tanzanite, which is a very soft stone, and not have to worry about it getting scratched as easily. So that's my tip. If you're looking for band rings for stacking and layering, I really, really like that. I like the fact that it's protected on the side. A little pro tip from me to you. I wonder how I'm doing for time. I don't have Mama Pat to tell me. Ooh, I think if I'm looking correctly that I gotta kind of hurry. At the end, I'll go backwards through so that you can see everything again, because I know if I'm buying a diamond, I want to see it a couple times before I, plunk down the cash. This is fully finished on the back. This is another, again, pro tip. look at the inside of your jewelry. It's important. It's important in the way that it fits. Something can look beautiful physically, but how does it feel? Does it feel sensual on your hand? Does it feel smooth? This ring is. I mean, I think it's a really premium product for the price. It's really gorgeous. And it's just the right size. So if you're looking for maybe an unconventional finger for this ring, we have the sizes in stock again, thank goodness, because this has been just a great basic. Now, speaking of really wonderful things, my last item today, and then I'm going to go backwards through the slideshow for you, is J454170. It's a beautiful necklace. That is an emerald cut lab grown diamond set east to west, and it's set in 14 karat gold. Today at QVC.com, they have it for $755, and it's on 3 easy pay of $252 if you have an interest. I put it in the slideshow today, first of all, because I love it. It's just that perfect little flash at the neckline. It's great for layering. It's a good everyday piece at 55 points. Better than half carat. I mean, that's twice as big as most people's engagement rings in the USA. Most people get engaged with a 1/4 carat and under. And so this not only hits a price point, but it gives you a really, I think, avant-garde, a real chic look that is going to be really your style. You know who you are if this is the kind of thing that you like. Like, I know who I would buy this for. If I was looking for a gift for Jennifer Coffey, for example, this would be something I would look at for her, because she loves faceting that is very long and rod-like. She likes to show off the clarity of her diamonds. So she wears an Asher cut in her hand. She tends to lean into this type of shape and style. Courtney Kandabi also, in her wedding set, she wears this in her ring. So there's a lot of women that appreciate that different kind of flash, the brilliance still, but kind of the slow roll of the colors, as opposed to that real vital, brilliant round ideal cut. So I think it's really pretty special. Let me see if I can give you a look. There you see it. So it's not overly large. It's not like the 7 karat ring that we had on earlier. I promised you I'd offer you something more manageable. This honestly is more my style. This is the kind of thing, if we run into one another on the street, that I'm probably wearing. It's a really cool way to kind of, again, mix up your diamonds, doing it visually with cuts and shapes, not only sizes, but there's different ways to create your own look and your own stack. But all by itself, it's very refined. It's very glamorous. I had to laugh. I was on Pinterest the other day. I love Pinterest. I love making mood boards, and we're getting ready to do some things around the house here. So I'm looking for inspiration. But they were saying, I came across a post that said, "What rich women wear." What? What do you do? Take a poll of your rich friends? I don't know. But I opened it up and I took a look and I was laughing. But they did make some good points. I mean, they made the point that there's this thing going on right now called quiet luxury. Luxury that's not only wearable every day, but doesn't shout at you. Like, I remember back in the 80s when we were first in, I gotta get going too because I'm running late, I'm jabbering today. I don't have mom to rein me in, right? But I remember back in the 80s where all the logos were really huge, and I remember my roommate at the time coming home. He had just gotten a job, he's a CPA, and he was all excited. We were right out of college, and he went shopping, and he said, "I went shopping without you. I hope you're not upset." I said, no, that's, you're a big boy, go do your shopping. Oh my gosh, you guys, you wouldn't believe what he bought. I'm not going to say his name, not that you would know him, or that he'd be watching me now, but he opened up his suit coat that he bought on his brand new suit, and on the inside, it was all Playboy bunnies. It was like the little bunny. He was so proud that he got it on sale. He's like, "Look, doesn't it look great? What do you think?" I said, "I think you should wear it with the jacket closed. It makes your waist look slimmer." Anyway, I'm not all about that big old logo thing. I love the fact that QVC, he's going to hate this, that QVC curates very tasteful, very elegant diamonds in all kinds of looks. If you want big and bold, I showed you big and bold today. In fact, let's go ahead and go back through some of these things. Quick reminder that we do get together every Wednesday here on YouTube, and we'd love to have your company. But Mom and I also do a little more formal, buttoned up live stream on QVC.com on Mondays at 12:15. Okay, not that buttoned up. But we would love to invite you into that family as well. It's a much broader audience, a lot more people in the chat. What I love about Wednesdays is that it feels like home to me. It feels like family to me. And we have a lot of returning customers. We are a small group, but we're mighty. We would love to have you, again, subscribe and join our family. Tell your friends or neighbors that love jewelry to come in and spend some time with us as well. That was Mama Pat, by the way. You'll get to see her in person another day when we're in the same place and time. So we just finished, of course, that necklace. The necklace was, there it is. The necklace is item number J454170. It is on 3 Easy Pay today at QVC.com of $252. Very, very good price. Then we found your wedding band, didn't we? That nice solid wedding band. It's back in stock. If you own one of these already and you did decide that you wanted a second one for stacking or ring guards, they're back. Can't guarantee how long they're going to last through the holiday season, but for right now, they're J448689. They're on 3 Easy Pay of $413 at QVC.com. Here she is, Miss America, right? Lovely. All right, that oval is 7 carats and 14 karat gold. You might have to size it or find a different finger. It's now only available in size 9 and 10 at QVC.com. It is less than $5,200 for 7 carats. I mean, if you take the gold out of this piece and you just price it at the per carat price, you'll see what a good deal you're getting if you've been shopping around for these big glamorous pieces. You spend infinitely more for sizes like this than what you would in small sizes in diamonds from the earth. Now is the time to buy these nice big fancy cut pieces, and an oval is going to elongate your finger so nicely. I could go on and on. I don't want to do that. It's J448628. I know a lot of you have places to go and things to do. Here's your engagement ring, maybe that's what you're looking for today. It's the Halo, a 2-toned 1 carat presentation that is only $2,100. I mean, to me, that's a lot of design and a lot of ring for the money. It is on 3 Easy Pay of $688. It is J454162. Moving forward, or am I going backward? Ready? There she is, right? Let me see if I can do it this way. There's the ruby version. And there's the sapphire. You gotta love this ring. Guys, it's $155. It's on 3 Easy Pay of $51.66. Now, I wanted to double check the carat weights because that still blows my mind. The center is 4.8. And then the diamonds on the side, which are VS Plus, and they're HI near colorless, those are 35 points in total. So again, about 15, 20 points on each shoulder. It's just a heck of a buy. It's set in sterling silver. That's why the price is as low as it is. And plus, we want to get you kind of excited about this new program. This is living in the web. It's never been seen on the air, but it has been seen with me in the live streams. When I pulled it up this morning, it already says limited availability. But we did have sizes 6 through 9 available. So that is J450171. It is a Black Friday special item, and it really is very, very special, just like you are to me. So thank you again for being with us. Normally, this is the time when I would drag old Mama Pat out here and have her say hello, but she's back in Pennsylvania, so she'll have to say goodbye to you in the chat and say goodbye to one another as well. One of the best things that comes out of these live streams is that we all get to know one another. Thank you again, and if you need me for anything, you can always reach out to hello@youaresolidgold.com. My name is Michele Lau, and with that being said, I'm going to sign off for now, but I'll see you next Monday at 12:15 Eastern Time at QVC.com. Bye. Happy weekend. You know where I'll be. See you soon.